If your finances feel messy right now, it's because the last few months were expensive. Between holiday spending, bills feeling tighter, and student loans restarting, suddenly there's pressure to get everything back on track fast. When you're trying to reset without making things worse, these are the questions that may come up. How do I recover from overspending during the holidays and get my finances back on track? I want to be debt-free in 2026. How do I prioritize and balance goals like buying a home and becoming debt-free? My student loans are starting again. How do I reset without feeling overwhelmed? With rent and groceries up, how do I budget debt payoff without starving my emergency fund? Is not budgeting realistic for irregular self-employed income, or is it just influencer hype? And should I consolidate my credit card debt? I'm going to address each of these questions with one habit, one system, one step that give you control and help you start the year on stable footing. You may be thinking, I overspent during the holidays. How can I recover and get my finances back on track? Overspending in December is common. What matters is how you respond in January. According to a CBS article, this is an opportune time to tackle credit card debt and create a game plan. Inflation is rising, credit card interest rates are hovering above 20%, and people are thinking about resolutions and goals. There's no better time than now to be proactive, intentional, and take action by declaring a no-spend January. And I'm right there with you. So here's a simple and easy approach. Set a baseline for essentials. Cover rent, utilities, groceries, and minimum debt payments first. This is your core foundation for the month. Allocate small extra payments. If there's leftover cash, direct it towards the highest interest credit card debt or to a small emergency buffer. Pause discretionary spending. Do I have to remind you? It's no spend January. Non-essentials can wait until your core financial footing is secure. Once you've reset after holiday overspending, the next question is how to pursue bigger goals without jeopardizing your stability and moving towards being debt-free, which leads us to question number 2. I want to be debt-free in 2026. So is buying a home or other big purchase realistic? Ambitious goals are motivating, but they have to match your current financial reality. Trying to aggressively pay down debt and take on major purchases at the same time, especially with high interest credit card debt, can create more stress than progress. If your current debt significantly limits your ability to qualify for or comfortably afford a home or other large purchase, then debt reduction needs to come first. According to the Motley Fool's Financial New Year's Resolutions Report, paying off debt is the number one financial resolution for Americans in the new year. In fact, about 1/4 of adults said debt reduction is their top priority in 2026, even ahead of saving for major life milestones like a down payment on a home. This shows many people intend to focus first on debt, reinforcing why sequencing debt payoff before aspirational purchases can be a smart move. Becoming debt-free doesn't require a miracle. It requires a method. Let's keep things practical, actionable, and repeatable. One habit, one system, one step. Habit: review your spending every Sunday night for 10 minutes. System: order draft X amount of dollars every payday toward your highest interest card. Step: name a savings sub-account, future home, or next chapter, and start with $25 to $50 this month. This keeps your long-term vision alive without undermining your financial stability today. And that brings us to a debt that can be one of the biggest stress triggers this month: student loans restarting. If you feel your anxiety levels rising while wondering, my student loans are starting again, how do I manage one more expense without panicking? According to Forbes, student loan borrowers are struggling to make ends meet. It's an affordability issue compounded by other issues like major disruption to student loan servicing. With that said, you don't want to default on a student loan. there may be serious unintended consequences. So take a deep breath and remember, financial resetting is about taking action and making progress. So here are some steps you can take today. Step 1, list all due payments, deadlines, and types of loans. Know the exact amounts and dates. Step 2, plan loan payments strategically. Automate what's manageable. It may lower your interest rate. Use financial windfalls like tax refunds to pay down debt. Check eligibility for the Public Service Loan Forgiveness Program. Step 3, create a budget and adjust non-essential spending, subscriptions, lifestyle expenses, and fluctuating bills until you're secure. A 2025 study by the Brookings Institution found that borrowers who plan payments around essentials have fewer missed payments and late fees, which supports building your budget around core expenses first. Student loans are back in the picture. The pressure may show up in your monthly cash flow, and that's where the next question comes in. With rent and groceries up, how do I budget debt payoff without starving myself and my emergency fund? This feels stressful because it seems like a forced choice. Here's a safe, practical way to handle this. Allocate for a minimum emergency buffer, usually 1 to 3 months of essential expenses. This isn't a full emergency fund. It's a financial shock absorber. Once that buffer exists, send extra cash only toward high interest debt. Once those debts are paid off, redirect that same money into your emergency fund. And if something unexpected happens, you pause extra debt payments to address it, to make sure you maintain financial stability and flexibility when needed. The goal isn't aggressive payoff. The goal is reducing risk while making progress. And don't be ashamed to access local resources when needed. Many people don't know they qualify for local assistance programs and rebates that can help with housing and utilities. Check your city or state housing and utility sites for help. Budgeting for debt and savings gets even harder when your income isn't predictable, which brings me to another question asked a lot. Is loud budgeting realistic for irregular self-employed income, or is it just influencer hype? Loud budgeting is publicly setting firm money rules and saying no out loud. It assumes your income is predictable. If your income fluctuates, loud budgeting can actually increase stress because you're committing to rules your income may not support month to month. Loud budgeting is essentially saying no to spending based on a fixed plan. For irregular income, flexibility matters more than visibility. A better approach for irregular income looks like this. First, calculate your baseline survival number, the amount you must cover every month. Second, treat anything above that as flexible, not promise. And third, make financial decisions after income comes in, not before. So if you made $3,000 this month and your survival number is $2,200, only decide what to do with that extra $800 after it lands in your account. Flexible budgeting, where decisions adjust after income arrives, usually works better. This isn't weak budgeting, it's income-aware budgeting. When you're dealing with rising costs and unpredictable income long enough, it's easy to rack up significant credit card debt, especially in your 30s, which brings us to our last question. Should I consolidate my credit card debt or not? Consolidation can help if it actually saves you money and simplifies your life. According to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, debt consolidation can help if it lowers your interest rates, it reduces fees, or simplifies multiple payments, but it's not a one-size-fits-all. Consolidation becomes a bad move and a problem when it just frees up room to swipe again. And if the new rate isn't clearly lower, there are big fees that swipe off the savings, or your budget is so tight, you're likely to miss payments. Consolidation can also be a good move when it is about intention and strategy. If the new payment and interest rate are lower and you have a plan not to use those cards again, consolidation can be a helpful tool. So let's keep things practical, actionable, and repeatable. One habit, one system, one step. Habit: list all cards and interest rates in one place this week. System: research consolidation options, balance transfer, personal loan, or credit union products, and use a simple calculator or spreadsheet to compare potential savings. Step: make one decision this week. Apply for the best option or commit to a debt payoff plan. With a well thought through plan, consolidation can provide a clear path forward while protecting your financial stability. If you want this all in one place, the free 2026 Financial Reset Planner walks you through these 6 areas. Remember, small, consistent actions are how you transform your finances and your future.